Hello, this is Becky with Counseling Wise, and I wanted to talk to this issue of responsive versus non-responsive websites. So I'm just in the position of having a client site. An old site is up, and we've been working on redoing the new site in a responsive theme, and the new site is here. And so I'm in the position to be able to show you the difference between responsive and non. So first of all, with the old site, I want to show you something in Chrome. Actually, there's a cool little tool that you can download to view responsive layouts. And this tool is really neat in that it gives you the site that you're choosing, and it shows you in a like a mobile phone vertical format. Here's what it would look like. You can see that all the text is cut off, and you can scroll down, but you have to keep scrolling, and you wouldn't be able to read the right side. On a mobile, in a landscape mode, this is what it would look like. So this is like an iPhone turned sideways. It's going to still cut off most of the text. If you go down further, you're going to see this in, this is perhaps like a small tablet is like a iPad mini, and this is a vertical rendering of that. And again, things are cut off there, you can't see. And if you go down and you look at like the iPad mini in a horizontal format, still we have some cut off over here on the right side. We can't see everything. We're missing parts of the navigation bar. Okay, so this is a non-mobile site, and this is how it shows on various devices. Certainly if you go down and you have a big enough display, like just the window that I'm showing you, whoops, right here we can see the whole site, right? That's like my laptop. But in the other layouts, you cannot see the whole site. Now let's look at a responsive site and see what that does. So here is, let me get rid of that first. Here is the new site, and this is just like viewed on a laptop, normal size. Now if we bring up this little tool, whoops, sorry, bring up this little tool and we look at the responsive layouts, we're going to see the site rearranged. Okay, so I'm going to go down to the bottom first. I'm going to show you like the iPad mini just so that you can see that. So here's an example of like the iPad mini in landscape format. You're going to be able to see everything still. You can see the whole navigation bar. You can see that this is no longer two columns, but it's rearranged to be one longer column. But you can see all the text laid out really well in a large font, not made really small, but in a readable format. And it's not totally perfect. You can see here there's some little overlap, but basically it's in really good shape. And then if we were to take that iPad and look at it in a vertical format right here, then we're going to see the same thing. However, here we can see that the nav bar has been put into a different format. So if someone wanted to click on the navigation, they would click there and then they could see the navigation. Here's the home page. Here's that adult with all the drop downs, couples, all the drop downs, on and on. So someone could still navigate the site, or they could just stay on the home page and look around and navigate that way. Okay. Now on iPhone, here's the iPhone in a horizontal format. It's the same thing where the navigation is reduced, but look how nicely readable this is, even on an iPhone. You can read the whole thing really nicely. And then iPhone vertically, same thing. Okay, so this is using the tool. This is how you can tell, but I want to show you now how you can tell for yourself without any extra tools. So if you were to just bring up your website, whatever your website is, and then you go over to the right bottom of your site and click your mouse, you can drag the size of your site. So if I were to drag this to make it into like maybe an iPad horizontal, I'm going to see this rearrange itself. And you can see all these buttons are going down now, but I can still see all the content on the site very well. If I want to drag it to a iPad vertical, I can see it rearrange itself again, and it's going to put, for instance, those buttons down at the bottom because they don't fit over on the side. So it's responding to the display size. That's why it's called a responsive site. If I want to go into a horizontal iPhone, I can see it here. Okay, still everything's readable. And if I want to go to a vertical iPhone, I can go like that. and I can see that everything's very readable on the phone. So that's how you can tell whether your site is responsive or not. If it rearranges itself, it is. If it doesn't, it isn't. And I hope that that was really helpful. Take care.